The impact of stories on the human brain is fascinating. If you're not taking advantage of the power of storytelling, you're missing out. You're not leveraging all the tools in your tool belt. Imagine you're a business and you have all the resources you need. In order to deliver your products and services, you require 7 divisions, all running smoothly. Sales, marketing, operations, administration, finance, human resources, and technology. If they are running smoothly, you will have the impact you want, say $10 million in revenue a year. Now imagine, for some reason, you can only have 2 of those divisions working at a time. Let's say it's just sales and admin. What happens? Well, you're going to start under-delivering and underperforming. And if you're the owner of that business, you will be frustrated and worried. Only 2 is the scenario that takes place in our brains when someone shares facts alone. Only 2 areas of the brain are activated. Wernicke's area, which focuses on language processing, and Broca's area, which focuses on language comprehension. But if you share a descriptive tale, 7 areas of the brain are engaged, and all kinds of incredible things start to happen. A story can help us remember. A Stanford Graduate School of Business study, cited in The Atlantic, noted that when information is woven into a narrative, people recall up to 22 times more than facts alone. A study conducted in the 1960s, I know this is old, but bear with me, it found that people have different levels of information retention based on how information is delivered to them, and that retention is 6 to 7 times higher through stories. In addition to Wernicke's area and Broca's area, other areas of the brain get activated with story, and each area plays a significant role in how we perceive information. There's the visual cortex, which recognizes and identifies colors and shapes. There's the olfactory cortex that identifies scents and smells. There's the auditory cortex, which perceives and interprets sounds. There's the motor cortex, which controls the execution of movement. Then there's the sensory cortex, which perceives texture through touch. And then there's Wernicke's area, which is responsible for comprehension, and Broca's area, which focuses on language comprehension. While each area has other functions and can connect to different areas of the brain, all 7 areas of the brain are activated by stories. Researchers from Emory University published a study in Brain and Language magazine that showed that when participants in a lab measuring cortex activity were read descriptive language like he had rough leathery hands or she had a velvet singing voice, their sensory cortex activated. When those same subjects were read equivalent but non-evocative language like he had rough hands or she had a nice voice, the sensory cortex was not activated. A story helps us feel. If we listen to a story that is suspenseful, we tense up and wonder, what is going to happen? It's at this point that our brains are releasing cortisol, a chemical that helps us focus. This is the same synaptic reaction that took place in our ancestors' brain when they were hunting for food or bringing down a woolly mammoth. A story helps us focus. When we get to the end of a good story and it has reached a satisfying conclusion, another remarkable thing happens. Our brain releases dopamine and our stress lessens. We feel happy. A story helps us relax. Stories help us feel, understand, focus, relax, and retain information. We can have all 7 divisions working for us or settle on only 2 with just statistics and facts and get limited results. What would you rather have? Go to the Simplify and Transform program to learn more about these tools as well as the story spine and how to use language to your advantage. Or join our next Impact Accelerator.